Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
On second down, it's Jones. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end Graham. Packer first down.
Check, walk 54. Gas 300. Gas 300. Check 43. X3, 218, chopper.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a second down. Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas, en route to a Pro Bowl appearance.
Watch the whip.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Hey, kill. Check, 59.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not the cleanest of starts to this football game. Back-to-back plays yield turnovers in this first quarter.
So there's not much flow right now, a very choppy game. And I know this, it's a copycat league. We say it all the time about the NFL, but I'm not quite sure this is what they had in mind about something they wanted to emulate.
No, you don't want to emulate a turnover. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his target. That's more. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
1st down, Packers.
Check. Watch it before. Down to lose 1. Watch out.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get up.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. The Chargers have taken the early lead over the Broncos. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st down.
Under 10.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. 1st quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Kill.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, using Zeke Elliott in the passing game, that's something Cowboy fans are getting used to. Last year, 77 receptions, and you think back to his rookie season, he had 32 and then 26 his 2nd year, but he's really on the uptick. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Check. Fresno. 26.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott, down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Check, 59. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. 47. Check, crunch. Check, 26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get Elton Jenkins, the 2nd rounder from Mississippi State. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Get ready.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
No. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. 26.
Here's Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Kill. 47. Switch. Kill. 26.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 2 now. 2nd and goal.
Bandit. Bandit. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Kill. 150. Hey, you block over here. Move it down.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's able to get the 1st before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Blue down.
On play action, now Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side with Jones. Leighton Vander Esch, 3rd in the NFL in tackles as a rookie last year, there on the stop.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On second down now, it's Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his second rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Prescott from the gun on third. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Mike. 258.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Got a man. That's Allison. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Austin. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Watch the pass.
On the counter, Elliott. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Prescott. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the delay, Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, and he finds his tight end, Graham. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again. Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers to throw. And it's caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Geronimo Allison, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. These Cowboys looking good here at AT&T Stadium. Of course, they were really good in this building last year, 7-1 in their 8 games played at home. The only loss was on a Monday night to Tennessee. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, 46. Bang, 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 bang.
Prescott from the gun. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
It's got to the point when we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Mike 51. And let's pin the mirrors back and go. Go, get out there, get out there. Mike 51. Hey, kill. Mike 51, Mike 51.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his targets come. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. 10th carry now for Elliott. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Prescott now. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Marr able to put this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
They're running it.
To throw is Rodgers. Open here is Allison. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And a Packer first down.
I got you. I got you.
On first down, Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's a gain of 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
It's just me and you. You can get it.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
On the return is Williams. Oh, good move.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. So that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the target there. Third down here.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now, 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is. And this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and has come into the game. So you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Don't say nothing. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
From the 39, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. 4 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Prescott on 3rd and 2. He gets it over the middle to Collins. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Prescott now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. They run the counter. Elliott. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Elliott. 16 yards, a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
You can't block me. Hey, kill. 47. Here we go, D. Here I come again. 26.
First down, Prescott. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Oh, a design run for their wideout. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here we go, 46. 51's the mic. Hey, watch. Kill. 51's Mike. Mike 56.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm trying to collect. Gun. Roy. Mike's 59. It's coming this way. Here we go. 26.
Prescott on first down. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd and a couple, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On third down, here's Jones. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Rodgers going to throw. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Aaron Rodgers, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks last year. That's the most he's had in one season in his entire career, and he's going to need another one right now.
26.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And it's third down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Rodgers going to go on fourth down. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10.
26.
On first down, it's Elliott. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Completes it right side to Cooper. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The Cowboys on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Hey, check 24. Inside.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
First down, Packers.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Here we go. 59. 59. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one